Today, Horizon Zero Dawn looks super pretty, and all they had to do was take out all the ugly. This is CheckPoint. Welcome to CheckPoint. For those of you watching in FnorpoVision, please insert your squeeble now.
A reminder that CheckPoint is now fully compatible with all the latest smarts, including QuenchFug, Droblurf, and Marmacup HD.
Much like soldiers in actual World War I, Battlefield 1 has a grenade problem, and has done for a while. Grenade spam has allowed people to create shrapnel-laden choke points that prevent enemy progress because you could just spam a bunch of grenades, go to an ammo crate, get more grenades, and repeat. If you were just sitting near a crate or had a support character to give you more grenades, you could fling them endlessly and make the map deeply unfun. So as part of DICE's Ammo 2.0 change, several items, such as grenades, don't get used up, but now slowly replenish automatically and replenish more quickly if you're near a crate. The response within the BF1 community has been varied, and it's unclear if this will actually stem the tide of grenade spam. But for the time being, yes, the solution to too many grenades is to give everyone infinite grenades.
People are mad at For Honor, and not because the Ubisoft game is bad or has some hilarious glitches. Nope, the game is generally pretty well reviewed and a lot of people are having fun playing it. Instead, people are mad because there is too much stuff to get. According to one Reddit user, to get all the emotes, executions, effects, outfits, and ornaments for every single character would run you about 1.1 million steel, the game's currency. And to get that 1.1 million steel, you'd need to play the game for over 5,200 hours or throw in a mere $730 for those fun, non-gameplay affecting cosmetic items. According to Damien Keekin, the game's director, Ubisoft assumed that most players would want to spend time and money getting goodies for 1 to 3 characters and then balance the cost of items and value of steel to that. It's like in an RPG, let's say World of Warcraft, he said. You would never try to unlock everything for all of the characters of the whole game. Unfortunately for Ubisoft, explaining that owning everything isn't the point of the game has predictably only made people mad about this even madder. Look, if someone's already working on collecting everything in a video game just because they want to, pointing out why they're being kind of silly by using common sense isn't going to deter them. If these people had any common sense in the first place, they would have taken one look at how much it cost to collect everything, and then just would have gone, ha ha, no. You should have said, this reward is only for the most elite players, and then let them go away happy. They're going to collect everything just to spite you now, so you may as well trick them into thinking they're having a good time while doing it.
According to a supposedly leaked image, which is completely unverified, but thus far not disproven either, the next Call of Duty will be taking its theme in a different direction. Backwards. After losing the previous round of Call of Duty vs. Battlefield to EA, Activision is ready to one-up the competition. And since you all loved World War I so much, Activision has innovated and come up with something called World War II. And who knows what that could look like. For a series that made its mark by showing the near future of warfare, it'll be interesting to see their take on such a fresh concept as a first-person shooter set in the 1940s.
In a move that surprised no one, Bungie has announced that Destiny 2 is coming. The only surprise about this, in fact, is that the internet is kind of annoyed that it's not going to be called Destuni. Apparently, we've all come around on numbers and video game names. Remember when we all got really mad about Thief 4 being called Thiforif? So mad they actually just changed it back to Thief, and then the game was awful and we all just wish we were playing Dishonored and didn't complain at all about Dishonored 2 being called Dishonored 2 when it came out? Does anybody remember those heady days? It was last November! I will grant you that calling Destiny 2 Destiny's Child is funny, though.
If you, like most people, agree that Horizon Zero Dawn is really ridiculously good looking, there's a reason for that, and it's not that it looks photorealistic. According to Guerrilla Games themselves, it looks hyper-realistic. In an interview with Kotaku, art director Jan Bart van Beek used nature documentaries as a guide for what they started calling BBC realism, where the engine only renders the best-looking shots. If something didn't look terrific, they wouldn't use it, which is why everything in Horizon seems like it's always amazing. Essentially, the devs at Guerrilla Games made a perfect simulator for the real world and then programmed it to take out all the parts that look shitty. I want that, but for real life, please.
You can't just not have gross weather.
Gross is fine, just no boring-ass gray days that make you go, eh. And no overly humid days. No days that are too bright. Too much sunlight makes me sneeze. And too much rain also.
You are just now describing indoors.
I love the indoors.
Coming up, Blizzard is overhauling the Overwatch anti-abuse system to give more nuance in reporting toxic players. All the new options will still be used indiscriminately to complain that someone is maining Hanzo.
Get off my cord.
It's almost like I'm doing it on purpose, but I'm not. I'm just stupid.